Well, I think I've got a cool one for you today. I bet you 10 bucks you can't guess what I'm going to paint today. How did you know that? Well, he's right. This is a 18th century reenactor, ox cart drover. It's the best term I can think of. It's a photo I took in colonial Williamsburg. It's something I have wanted to paint for a while, and we're going to do that today. Well, as per usual, we're going to start off with a pencil drawing. Surprise, surprise. And I spent a good bit of time on this pencil drawing because this is such a tight rendering that I'm going to do. So I wanted to get some details in there really, really well. Spend some time refining them. You haven't seen all the erasures. You're kind of seeing the very final stages of this part. But, you know, a good solid pencil drawing just makes the watercoloring part much, much easier. And here's the sequence of pictures that I took. This is one of the first things we saw when we came into Williamsburg. It's been about 5 years now. And out of that sequence, I picked this photo with some nice Photoshop enhancements. And that's the reference I will be using. I'll make some changes, but I started right in on this first ox. There's not going to be a lot of real-time footage here. I wanted you to see some, just so you see the pace. The pacing and the brush usage and size does not change a lot. This is a number 8 Princeton Aqua Elite, and I started off with this. I ended up switching to a smaller brush for most of it, but it's a very slow, monotonous, methodical pace. So I wanted to show you that little bit of real time, and you'll see a little bit more, but most of this is going to be sped up. Otherwise, it's going to be a long, dreadfully boring video. Now, one of the things I wanted to mention about the oxen, they, in that photo, had a lot of reddish brown hues. It was almost distractingly, overly red, and it kind of took away from the more muted colors of the drover guy. So I kind of toned down the ox color in their hides. Color was not really important. I went muted with tones throughout the whole piece, but values, as I've mentioned many times in my videos, values are more important than color. But it's a very fun, very zen detail process that I love. I don't do a lot of YouTube videos with this kind of painting, but just because of how long the paintings take, how long the planning and drawing takes, how long the videos end up being, if I don't take care to, you know, keep them edited down, that sort of thing. So, I mean, I could put up the kind of videos, you know, where all I do is rapidly speed through every single painting. And I don't think most people want to see that all the time. There are channels out there that do that, but after a while that gets monotonous, and you don't really learn anything by just seeing speed paintings, you know, at sped up to blinding speeds. And the reason they do that is for practical reasons. It's just those paintings take a long time, but I love it. I love the process of doing detailed drawings and detailed paintings. I mean, I love loose painting too, but this to me is just really fun. It's my happy place. It's my zen place. Just a word about the palette. These are Maimeri Blu Colors, and this is a new palette that I've been getting to know better. I'm going to be doing a workshop for Strathmore. That workshop will air in May. If you're interested, the Strathmore workshops are free to sign up for and participate. Maimeri Blue is one of the Strathmore family of products. Strathmore is owned by Dixon Ticonderoga, you know, the famous pencil company, and they own a whole lot of different art supply companies. Maimeri Blue is one of them. Princeton Brush is another. So, of course, if I do their workshops, they require that I use their products. Well, I had no problem with that because I love Strathmore 500 paper. I love Maimeri Blue. I have a small Maimeri Blue palette for plein air landscape that I've used off and on, and they're really, really great colors. I will list those colors below in case you're interested. I'll list specifically the ones that I used in this painting. Now, an interesting thing about this particular painting is one of the things I love to do is to have a section of the painting that's very detailed, focused, and fully rendered, and then sort of fades out into almost line work. That could be pencil, colored pencil line work. In this case, it's all watercolor. It's just an effect that I enjoy. I think it makes the piece look very artistic, and you get a sense of both line and color and tone throughout the whole piece. I have switched to a number 4 silver brush, black velvet, and I pretty much finished the piece with this one brush. It's probably, the 4 and the 6 are probably my favorite sizes, and they are just incredible workhorse. That 4 that I'm holding in my hand right there is at least 12 years old, and it works like the day I bought it. Now, I did do some value rendering on the ox on the left, but at a much higher key, much higher value level, and I mostly focused on outlines. And as it got closer to the ox in the middle, I would darken and more fully render the tones. So I just wanted to give the effect that as you get further from the center, basically where the drover is standing, the detail and the value falls off. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. I really enjoyed making it. Thank you everyone for watching. Thank you so much for supporting this channel, patrons. Your support is essential. Patrons, you are my sponsors, as I don't take on other sponsors usually. Thanks again, and we'll see everybody in the next video. Bye-bye.